diving. Who comes and stops us in our tracks? Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good evening. It is evening. We'll do a little bit of sharing here. So, take me about as long as Facebook will take. So, I'm going to put them in a couple more. Because this one will not be opinionated, so I kind of spread it around. One more share. There we go. All right. Put the captions up. Oh. Well, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? I hope so, because I'm doing Wednesday stuff. Before I get started, I get a little something off my chest. I get approached, I don't say a lot, but often, hey, Dion, I'd like to do a podcast. And, just, if your intentions are shit, just leave me alone. All right? Just leave me alone. You're not going to get anywhere with me. I'm not going to allow you to make money off my shit. I'm not going to allow you to make money off of my fucking experience. Okay? If your intentions suck, I'm going to find out. So just don't even bother me. Okay? Just don't. I would rather have 2-3 friends that actually give a fuck about me than millions of people that say they love me. I would. Hi, Amber. Good to see you. Yeah, good thing you didn't do that your first year, huh? It's happening the way it's supposed to. Nothing happens in God's world by mistake. I was just talking with a sponsee, and there was a situation about an ex-fiance, and they'd showed up at his work, and he wasn't quite sure if he'd done the 7th step. Suddenly we figure out that this person is not on their 5th step. Aha! This is God working in their life. But they took it as something else. Okay? Never work your problems out by yourself, because you're wrong. You're wrong. This is broken. Right? There's usually another reason that I'm not seeing because I'm caught up in my own shit. Let me rephrase that. I don't see it because my focus is somewhere else. And that's why we need people. You won't ever be able to see it. I need somebody else to tell me. Okay? I don't do any. Okay, I'm going to rephrase that too. I should never do any of this alone. Every time I try and do something by myself with my thought process, it just gets all jacked up. That includes this. That includes my podcasts, the meetings, anything that I do. Whenever I try and force something, it just doesn't work. I have to go with the flow. I have to go with the flow. I need serenity. I don't like excitement. It's too much. Ooh. Nice. Nice. All right. So July 17th, a day at a time. Hazelden Literature, which I believe in this conference, we are voting on whether Hazelden Literature is going to be AA approved, and I bet it is. I've been reading Hazelden since I got into the program 35 years ago. What I like about Hazelden is it tends to hit those topics, you know, like because of the daily reflection will go with the tradition in the month, the step in the tradition of the month. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. Okay. So I like to break it up with this. Okay. And it isn't geared towards alcoholism, it's geared towards recovery, towards solution. Okay. So let's get started. For my own good, I'll go to meetings and participate in discussion with an open mind that's ready to receive and accept new ideas. I remember I was talking to my sponsor one day and I came up with this great idea and I said, Paul, I think I'm just going to go and listen this week, be a sponge. And he said, the fuck you are. Said, no, if you're going to go to a meeting and just listen, don't bother. Don't even go. What a waste of time. My sponsor was not even mean, man. Mean. He loved the fuck out of me. Just means a baby boomer. That's how they are. But I need to hear it that way. I need to hear it that way. Okay. If I go to a meeting right after the serenity prayer, and if I'm late, then I stop and I close my eyes, I bow my head, and I say the serenity prayer, and then I ask God to give me the words, the right words for the meeting. And I always put up my hand. Almost, yeah. Can't say always. There's some days I don't get it up. Okay. My hand, that is. For my own peace of mind and comfort, I'll determinedly try to apply those new ideas to my own life. So, for my own peace of mind and comfort, now in the doctor's opinion, we talk about ease and comfort that comes at once by taking a few drinks. Others we drink, others we see drinking with impunity. What does that mean? It means that they don't have consequences. They don't have consequences to their drinking. A hangover might be the worst of it, but they don't drink so much that they are hungover. I only had one blackout. Normal drinkers never, ever black out. Well, no, that can't be true. That can't be true. Yeah, that's not true. See how sometimes it comes out of your mouth and it ain't right. All right. I'll remember that the program offers me the instructions and support I can't find elsewhere. It's a guide. This is just a guide. And, as people run around, they're like, are you, especially in recovery coaching, the main question is, are you open to multiple pathways? And I think that's just it's an inane question because AA is multiple pathways. It's all of them. AA is every single pathway. It's smart recovery. It's well-briety. It's celebrate recovery. It's all of it. These are spin-offs. Yeah, spin-offs. Right. Do they work? Yeah, they work. Okay, they changed it a little bit to suit their needs. Great. Do you know how many 12-step groups are out there? There's more 12-step groups than probably anything else. 12-step group for everything. There's even 12-step groups for smoking, I think. Okay. I don't think there's any 12-step groups for weed, though. Sorry. Just a stupid joke. I'm sorry. All right. I don't think I'm doing the best that I can today. I'll just put it, I'm not in a bad mood or anything, but I'm tired. I'll seek out others who understand my problems and I'll accept their guidance in matters which cause me discomfort and confusion. Will I be willing? Will I try to be willing to listen and to share? All right. So sharing at meetings. Stop your fucking dumping. All right. The only person that should be dumping is a newcomer because they don't have anything else. Okay. This is one of the reasons why we didn't let people speak during the first 30 days. But back then, things were a little different. Things that, I do think that some people need it. It helps them move on, man. I think that's great. Okay. But those AA meetings are not there to solve your problems. No. We are there to share our experience, strength, and hope. Your share's got to have a solution. Okay? If you've done the steps, there's no dumping. I allow it, sure, and I listen, partly. I've heard a lot of drunkalogs, man. I've heard a lot of drunkalogs. So I start listening when they get to the, my empathy. If I get too much into that, I'm going to start hurting with them, and then it turns into sympathy, and I got to keep my balance, right? So will I try to be willing to listen and to share? When you get into the program and you get some time under your belt, the listening portion, you got to sometimes. I had to stop and listen sometimes, and so sometimes I had to force myself to do that because my brain's like, "Oh, these people are just saying I know all this stuff." That's the kind of stuff my brain will say, and then God will show me something I'm very naive about. He'll be like, "Your brain it's wrong," right? And we laugh at these things. Why? What, should I get mad? No, I'm not going to beat myself up about that. I'm going to change. I'm going to change instead. Okay, I see the problem. Why? Because I've been able to remove something. Blame. Blame. I'm going to give, I'm going to tell myself a third time. Earlier, somebody had posted that their sober living Facebook had been hacked, and I got happy, and I shouldn't. I'm still happy about it. I don't know why. I do know why, because I don't want that sober living to make it. They're doing things but that does not mean I should give the more power to the negative portion of that. Okay, wishing bad karma on it. Well, karma will get you. That feels so revengey, and I don't want revenge anymore. My brain does, but in my heart, no, I don't want. Okay, lately I've been bringing this on. I'm gonna bring it up again. We all get intrusive thoughts. It's okay, man. Whether you're willing to admit it or not, I get a lot of them. I don't like them. Okay. But they have less power because I talk about them. They don't drive me crazy because I know that's not me. I know that that's my brain looking for the easier, softer way. Now, why would it want to cut somebody down? Because I'm working on hard things. And it's easier to cut them down and get that serotonin that I need by putting them down and feeling superior. See, it gives me shots of adrenaline and shit. Because it makes me happy to see somebody else failing. It's hard to get on now that you know yourself, huh? Yeah. Hey, they called this one how. I know we're getting to it. We've been talking about willingness. So we're talking about the how of the program, honesty, open-minded willingness. Sure, all of this is included in that. Okay. It all fits. It doesn't matter what topic you take. Yeah. Thank you for Following that up. Thank you. Yeah, not getting what I want. Right. This was, I don't know, 3 months ago now, where I was talking with Al-Anon and my wife, person from Al-Anon, and my wife in the pasture. And we were talking about the flow, and I felt like I was being skipped. And I was misunderstanding something, and I got mad. I'll show it. I can't help it. Okay. And they're like, why are you getting upset? And I said, because I'm not getting what I want right now. I will get over it. And I knew that they would all understand that. Oh, okay. There doesn't need to be I can be honest about that. I'm mad because I'm not getting what I want. And it sucks, but I'm okay with it. Sorry, I was, but see, I didn't have to owe an amends because I was just honest with it in the first place. Now I had no power. We could all move on with our day. Then the discussion went great, and everything that needed to happen happened. Did I get what I want? No. Did the right thing happen? Yes. Awesome. Okay. Today I pray, thank you, God, for bringing the program into it. So I gotta get this off my chest a little bit because so at the end of an AA meeting, for God's sakes, please say a prayer. Not thanks God. At least do the we version. But I'm going to these Zoom meetings, and the end prayer is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Give time to God, for God's sakes. And quit closing those Zoom meetings as soon as you're done. There's this thing called a meeting after the meeting. All right. Since that's what you're going through, Amber, I'll get back to it. Okay. Help me to remember that attendance and attentiveness. Okay. I was on a Zoom meeting. Okay. And I didn't have the gallery. I was on my phone. So that means I can only see one person, and that's the chairperson. And while I'm talking, I see no emotion. Leah, what does that tell me? I agree. I agree. Not everybody's going to agree with us, but can't we take 45 seconds for God, please? Can we? I'd like to tell him how much I love him together, wouldn't you? It's laziness. We call that resting on our laurels. All right. Attentiveness, right? So I was talking, no emotion. As soon as I said I'm done, she smiled. I don't want to share that meeting again. She wasn't listening. She smiled because I was done. I noticed all this shit. Pay attention. Put your thumb up. Clap. People need fucking encouragement. Laying in fucking bed. Fucking come on, man. All right. Attentiveness. Pay attention. It's no different. Do you go to an in-person meeting and lay down on the fucking floor? No? Oh, let's have some fucking respect. Put on a fucking shirt. Put on a bra. Okay, I'm going too far. You can dress how you want. I'm in my pajamas most of the time. I'm going too far. Okay. At meetings are all important to continuing in this happily discovered way of life. May I listen and share with honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. I don't want to miss something that I need, because I ask God questions and he speaks to his children, but he doesn't say, okay, Dion, today I will be speaking through Fred at a 4:00 meeting in New Hampshire. So you need to go there. Okay? That doesn't happen. I've got to remain attentive, or I'm going to miss what God tells me. I will miss it. I call it a dunk dunk whoosh. Dunk dunk whoosh. Stole that from a friend named Brandon. So that was the most. It's called a dunk dunk whoosh. It doesn't just go over my head. It hits me twice in the head, then it goes over my head. That's, he said that. I'm like, oh my God, you just described me. I'm so fucking hard-headed. You know, today I'll remember here's how honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Last week when my sponsor was reaming me a new one, maybe it was the week before. Might have been. I don't know. My brain fucking hated it. Oh, they did not want to listen. Why? Because he was right. But I listened. And then I have kind of been slacking on it again. I need to see. But it's okay. I don't need to sit here and beat myself up and go through all that. It's not a requirement. Right? Pain is not a requirement for change. So quit waiting around for the pain to happen to change. We call this character building. We call it humility. You know what? I don't have anything going on right now. I better look at myself and see what I need to change. I cannot get. There's a difference between being comfortable and serenity. They are not the same thing. Being comfortable means I'm probably going to rest on my laurels. That's what that means. Okay. So, how? Well, step one, the principle is honesty. As honest as they can be. Got to give them that, especially in the beginning. Okay. You'll run into a lot of people with a lot of different emotions out there, man. Open-mindedness. Listen, God's talking. He will tell you things. Okay. But sometimes it will take another person to explain it to me because I am caught up in it myself. You ever watch a TV show like a police show and, their wife was murdered? Well, detective, you can't be on it because it's personal. Even though they do it anyway, blah, blah, blah. It's the same concept. I'm too close to whatever it is to see it. Okay. Just went through this with a sponsee today. They did not like hearing it. I could see they were getting pissed. I could tell. Okay, so I presented it, but because it's hard. They wrote me, they said, you were right. That is what we needed to do. I feel better. I wrote back, this shit ain't easy, man. This is not easy. And if you can get over the anger when I piss you off because I'm right, or when somebody pisses you off because they tell you the darn truth, and you can get through it, well, fuck, man, you got it going on. You're a person I want to be like. That's true strength. That is true strength. And why? Because now you understand that person actually fucking loves you. They don't want you to have a hard life. They love the fuck out of you. Right? And that in and of itself can be confusing sometimes. Huh? So remember a few things before we go here. Number one, when life gets a little hard for us alcoholics who have recovered, and you wonder why, remember, it is because you can save someone's life. And that That's bigger than anything else in this world. Yeah. You can save whole families. That's why. I don't need another why. I don't need to know why. Why am I an alcoholic? Because you can help when no one else can. That's why. That's a great answer. But it's hard to fucking accept. Right? Why is it hard to accept? Because you just came from a life where everyone in the fucking world told you you were a piece of fucking shit one way or another. Right? Hey, Jimmy, it's good to see you, dude. It's good to see you. Love you, brother. I know Jimmy for a long damn time. Jimmy's probably known me longer than I've known him now. Why? Why is it hard to accept that maybe you're a good fucking person? Well, take a look at your life, man. Right? That leads us right back to what has been coming up. My past doesn't define me. The fuck it doesn't. It made you exactly who you are. All the hurt, all the pain, the loneliness. Okay? That loneliness that you felt and you got through will save more fucking people. You have the power to stop making people commit suicide. You have that power. And they told us we were powerless. No. I'm powerless over alcohol. I'm powerless over alcohol. I'm powerless over everything else. No. The Serenity Prayer takes on new meaning for you. God, grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change. In the beginning, the things you cannot change are people, places, and things. But once you recover, you can change people, places, and things. You just got to do it the right way. See, you were changing people, places, and things the wrong way. Think you don't have power? Why do you think we're getting a detox in Adams County? It would have been 2 more fucking years if I didn't go up there and complain and bitch and whine and moan like a little fucking child till I got what I fucking wanted. That is where our stubbornness, that's where our consistency turns into good things. What are they going to do? Get mad at me? They're non-alcoholic. It doesn't matter. This detox will be set up right or it will not be used. That is fact. Well, Dion, you don't control who goes in there. You watch me. I will go picket the thing. And I got plenty of people who will join me. Okay? It's time we took our power back. Okay? But a lot of people in AA don't want to hear that. We gave away the power because we thought we thought it went against the traditions. No. We must advocate. Well, I can't blow anonymity. You can't blow other people's anonymity. That's why it's Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay? If you're worried about anonymity, and I get it, because you want to follow the rules now, and I get that. Okay? But that doesn't mean you should be a rule Nazi. Dion. Talk about me here, because I'm a rule Nazi. Like games, if you don't follow the fucking rules, I will not play with you. The rules are there for the challenge. And I like the challenge. You take away the challenge, you take it away my fun. Fucking Virgos, right? But you can. You have the power to do that. You have the power to do great fucking things in this world. Okay? I have helped. My friends are here. It's just my friends, so I can say this. I've helped thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. And I don't know fucking 80% of them. The detox. I'm helping a shit ton of people that will never fucking know me. I don't care. Now, it'd be different if I was like, well, you need to call this the Dion Miller Detox Center. Now we've been talking something different. You don't get thanks for taking out the trash. But what you will get is good consequences. You will. I promise. I promise. Okay. You know, I was talking with somebody earlier, and I'm finding out God gives me my gifts before I even do it now. I have this abundance of love spilling out, and I want to give it away. Not everybody wants it. And then that's when I get my toes stepped on because I become a little too codependent. Or I give somebody a third chance like I did this time when I know I shouldn't have. But I was willing to accept the consequences. All right. Thank you everybody for being here. Jimmy, it was awesome to see you. I'm glad that, you know, you're still out there hitting the gym and everything else. I watch you. Amber, I love you, honey. You know, we've known each other for a while now. So, and Amber, I mean, just in the time that you and I have known each other, look how many people have come and gone. Hundreds already. Some stuck around. Most of those people will come back. You won't even know it. You may never ever see them again, but they do come back. So know that those seeds that you planted for those people that just kept disappearing, it worked. You know what? I might send me the deets. All right. Yeah, I may do that. I woke up a little bit late today, so probably a second meeting. All right. Well, then I'll get off here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Amber, Jimmy. Like I said, Jimmy, it's always good to see you, dude. Yeah. Sorry, I'm flashing back up. You know, let me say this before I go, and I'll keep it quick, I promise. In the 90s, AA was different. And I know that we can't go back to the past. I know that. But what I can do is try and fill up the room so that you can have the same experience. So, in the meantime, if you can get to an AA conference, maybe you're like me, can't do it. Go for 3-4 hours, and that will show you what it's like when you have 100 people in the room with the same intention. You'll feel the fucking earth move. I want that back. I'm being selfish about it, but I want it back for everyone. All right. Oh, it's the Night Owls meeting. Got it. Took me 2 minutes, but I figured it out. All right. I love you. Peace out.